It's going. Yay! Hi! This is Julie and
Gwen.
from Clutter and Chaos. And if you're watching this, you're probably family members.
Yep. Hi, Tiffany.
So we wanted to do a podcast as kind of an update on what we were doing in our lives, in the house, in our hobbies, and what we have planned kind of for the future. Okay?
Yep.
So, first off, the name, Clutter and Chaos. It's kind of a catchy name. Oh, I forgot my glasses. Anyway, what we were hoping is that we live in clutter and chaos. Most of us live in clutter and chaos, at least chaos, due to the COVID virus, etc. And so, what we were hoping is that we could show how you can actually, progress and get things moving in spite of clutter and chaos, or around clutter and chaos, or whatever. And that's okay.
Yep.
Talk.
About what? I guess projects.
Okay. So our first, normally we would show you finished projects, but right now there aren't any finished projects.
We got half finished projects though.
So
Socks.
we've got our works in progress. So, Gwenny, let's see yours.
So this is a sock that I finished.
You might have to hold it closer so they can see it.
I'm stuck. This is the matching sock for it. It's not the same rainbow, but all rainbows match. So, yeah. That is my sock.
That is your sock.
Dropping stuff.
Yay.
Okay. And now you have something.
I have another, yes. Back in the end of December, I decided that I was going to make a list of things I needed to do in the following year to, things I had said I was going to do or wanted to do. So I made a list, and one of them was to make a vest out of this wool that I had for Tommy. And so I began spinning the wool, and I spun it up, and I haven't spun all of it. I spend an hour every morning spinning. Well, not every morning, but most mornings. And this is the wool that I've come up with. Okay. And I have the front part of the vest done. I don't know if you can see all of it. This is the front part of the vest. Actually, that's the back part. Sorry, that's the back. And I am currently working on the front. And I have that much of the front done. And because it's a vest, there's only a front, a back, and some ribbing. So that is coming along nicely. So that is my first project. I cast that on New Year's Eve. So we started knitting on New Year's Eve on that. All right.
My next project is a shawl that I started almost a year ago. I started it on Easter because the speckly yarn is very Easter colored. It is only this big right now, but it will get bigger. Yeah, and it's got a cute little rainbow progress keeper. Rainbow.
Good. All right. My next project was started when my great niece had my great nephew. So I decided I was going to make something for him as a baby gift. And this is what I have so far. It's going to have some straps over it, but but that's what it is. It's navy blue. You can't really see it. It's navy blue and gold, which are the Navy colors, which, if you know your family history, my father was in the Navy. Tom's father was in the Navy. My niece's father was in the Navy, so my great-great-nephew's grandfather was in the Navy, and great-grandfather was in the Navy. So Navy colors, a Navy ship, a sailboat, whatever. It's close. I thought it was just kind of a cute thing. I saw it in a magazine. off we go. All right.
Next, I have the puppy dog sweater, if you can get it up. So much yarn.
All right. And why are we knitting it?
So we lost Lucky a couple months ago.
In
and
January.
He was a gold puppy dog.
He
So
was
hold
like-
this.
He looked very golden retrieverish.
Yes. So the sweater has golden puppy dogs on it for him. And I'm at a part where I have to do the same row like 4 or 5 times, so I haven't worked on it for a bit, but I will.
It's on the list.
Yep.
All right. My next project is a half-finished project.
Yay!
Yay, because half is one sock. I have a sock. Yes, people, this is a finished sock. And it actually fits. I finished it today. And I have this much yarn left from that skein, but I have another skein, so I'm not worried about it. And for this, I used the vanilla sock pattern from Crazy Sock Lady. And because I had never done one on 4 DPNs, I'd always use 3, so I wanted to try 4 and see if she did it any differently. And it's interesting. It's different, and I learned stuff, so that's good.
Yeah. Let's see. My last project, I don't have as many as Mom. Oops, dropped it. Oops. Is another shawl. It's all pink right now, but it's going to have blue lace around the edge.
And talk about it.
Well, you have one too, so I'll have
Oh,
something
all
for you
right.
to say.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
But yeah. It's got the little flower progress keeper to mark the front, because right now the front and back look the same.
Which they will for quite some time.
Yep. Lots and lots of stitches have to be on before we start the lace.
Yep. Okay, is that it for yours?
Yes.
All right, mine just go on and on because I'm like a squirrel. I mean, I see a new project and I'm like, oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that. All right, so I had seen a cardigan by Mama in a Stitch on the internet. And so I had seen another shawl done in some yarn similar to this. And so I just had to. I just had to do it. This is the back. Can you see it? Of a cardigan.
Hold it forward. Yeah, that goes.
That is the back. Down, up, and it takes a lot of yarn. I'm knitting it with, where's the yarn? I am knitting it with this yarn, which has all the colors in it, and then this yarn, which is a fine lace mohair, and you put them together and you get a super soft fabric. So now I have to buy more of this. So this project's on hold till that shipment comes in. But I may have to buy more of this. I like this yarn. It is really nice. And I knit this whole thing in one day. One day. I love it. All right, let's see. My next project, because it just goes on and on, like I said, every time I see something, squirrel, is another pair of socks that I have started. And it is in a green. It is the Knit Picks, what was it, Sock a Month?
Toasty Toes.
Toasty Toes patterns.
Yes.
And they basically do like a sock a month. And this is the March pattern called Evergreen. I don't think you can see, but it's going to have trees that go from the, oh goodness, gosh, from the top down to the bottom, all the way down from the top down to the bottom. And it's got a really cute little edge on it, which I'll show it when it actually gets finished, I guess. But that was my next project. The most recent, no, that's not the most recent. The most recent one we cast on yesterday. Did you tell them I cast it on yesterday? No. Okay. That one we cast on yesterday. And this is the Karuna shawl.
Oh, you're in the middle of a row.
Yeah, of course I am. Anyway, that's mine. Mine is a different color pink.
Still pink though.
It's still pink though, but because I wanted a spring color and I was having so much trouble picking a color, and then all of a sudden this one just kind of dropped into my lap.
Out of your stash.
So it's called Karuna. It's by a Norwegian designer, and I saw it. There's a podcast that just started called Knit Your Way Home, and she is doing a knit along with this, and she cast it on yesterday, spring solstice, and we're going to work on it, spring equinox, and we're going to work on it through the summer solstice. So it's just something fun to do. There's the mother and the daughter. Her daughter's about 10 years old, and her daughter knits way better than either of us. Just saying. Anyway, so she and her daughter are working, and I thought it would be cool for me and Gwen to work on it. Gwen and I to work on it. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to work on these. Gwen's is already much larger than mine, but I think her yarn is bigger. That's what I think. Anyway, so that's my last work in process there. We are planning in future to build a rabbit cage.
Yes, we have plans. We're gonna have
Plans
Angoras
and schemes. We want to have some Angora rabbits, and we don't know whether we want English Angora like my Angora used to be. I had a English Angora buck. Well, he wasn't English. He was a German English Angora buck named Butterscotch. He was fawn colored, and I liked him a lot, and I have a lot of wool from him. But unfortunately, he passed away abruptly, which we don't know why. But then, so I like English Angora, but Gwen
likes French Angora.
French Angoras. The difference in the two is the ears.
Yes.
English Angora has very fuzzy ears. A French Angora has smooth ears. But they both are very pretty, and they both produce beautiful wool. And so we thought we would get one of each. So we're going to build some cages and put them in the side garden, down at the bottom of the side garden. And so we've been pricing out the money, how much it'll cost to do the cages. And we'll probably pick up the materials this coming week.
Yep.
Because the weather is now good. Incidentally, the weather, oh my goodness.
It's sunny.
It's sunny. It's beautiful. It's in the 60s outside. The sky is spotlessly blue. I would show you, but it would wash out the camera completely. We had a lot of rain when was it, Friday?
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, we had a lot of rain, and the river overflowed, and it was all muddy and brown, but now it's gone back to green, but it's still very high.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the river dropping a little more and the weather getting better. So that's going forward. We have lots of plans. I've been out in the garden. I had pruned back my rose bush and one of my burning bushes, which I basically massacred.
But not with a machete.
No, I did not use a machete like some people we know. One of whom, yeah. Anyway, so my roses are coming back very nicely. I did a good job on pruning those. I can't say about the burning bush yet because it hasn't really done anything. And we had cut back a plant in the backyard that was getting too tall. And now we know that it was a forsythia because the forsythia are blooming and it's got a few blooms. But we cut it at the wrong time for forsythia, so no forsythia for us this year, really. It's looking really sad. However, the birds love it. We have awesome amounts of birds, like 20 to 40 every little while. We have house finches, we have goldfinches, we have nuthatch. We have we've seen a couple of the wood swallows, forest is it tree swallows? Tree swallows, which are really gorgeous birds. I was amazed. We have lots of woodpeckers. We have crows, cardinals, blue jays, bluebirds. You name it, we got it. Probably. Robins have just arrived, so that's cool. We watched the what did I say? Tree swallows this morning. They were just swooping around in I mean, it was like the swallows of Capistrano, only it was tree swallows here in where we are. Here on the creek. So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
The berry bushes seem to be doing well. They've got lots of little buds on them out front.
Our blueberry bushes, yes. We're going to have a good harvest of blueberries.
If the birds don't eat them all.
Yeah, from what my neighbors have said, they're not that fond of, they don't take all the berries, which is good. And I've just bought a blackberry and a raspberry to plant. And I ordered 2 rose bushes to put out front. I'm going to put an arbor over the front gate and put little flower gardens along the fence and the arbor in the middle. So that should be fun. So they're going to be coming in. Of course, it said I need to dig a 2-foot hole, and I'm just looking at well, we live on a rock. Essentially, it's called a mountain, and we're down at the bottom, but it's still very, very rocky. So these 2 holes could take us quite a while to dig out and fill in and all like that. But it'll be fun. What else have we been doing? Cooking. We haven't really been cooking a whole lot.
We made the molasses cookies.
We made sugar-free molasses cookies. Those came out okay. They're not out. They were extremely light and fluffy, but taste-wise, they needed more molasses, I'd say. And then, what else? Oh, we made chicken parmesan from scratch the other night, and that was so good. I had no idea it could taste that good. So I've been trying to cook more at home so that we're getting a better balanced meal, but Tom doesn't like to eat much at dinner time, so it's kind of a problem. We're trying to figure out the best time to serve dinner. Maybe if we move it up to 4 o'clock or something, it would do better. Oh, well, yes. Well, why don't we talk about school? How's school going?
School is going along. I have some papers coming up, and it's pretty interesting, all the philosophy stuff. And the Great Devonian Controversy was very dramatic. Very much like a soap opera. I have to read about that right now, so it's interesting.
It should keep you interested because, like, what crazy thing are they going to do next, or say next, or I think you said they stormed out of the room.
Stormed out of the meeting after saying he would never use the word greywhack again.
So, pretty dramatic. Pretty dramatic. Let's see, what kind of... All right, on our organizing updates, let's see, not a lot's been going on. It's wintertime, and so we're been stuck inside a lot. The carport is still got stuff out in it, not too much. We have both cars are now under the carport.
Yeah,
this is a good thing. They're not all the way under the car. I mean, the carport could probably hold 2 cars long. And it's 1 car.
Yeah.
Well, you might get 1.5 if you scooted a little compressed one into like a quarter of it. But anyway, but it's getting there. We're getting ready to work on the front room. I think I'm going to do a purge through there, and then I'm going to organize some stuff. Dad's got all his books put up finally. They seem to all be in place. So this is one of the points of our little podcast is, the organizing the clutter. We have downsized, for anybody who's not family, we have downsized from a 5-bedroom to a 2-bedroom. 2,300 square feet to 1,400 square feet. So it's a pretty big compression. And we really didn't, well, we didn't know how big the house was going to be, obviously, when we first packed up our house and moved, because we couldn't buy a new house. So we took almost everything with us. And then from the rental, which was almost the same size as the old house, we then have been downsizing. Once we knew what size this house was, we've been downsizing. But then we had to get into the house, and so hence the problem in the carport and the basement and everywhere else right now. But we're working on it.
We got this corner clean.
Yeah, we have this corner to film in. So, we shall manage it. We shall manage it. Okay. Let's see. What are we watching on TV?
The Good Place.
The Good Place. I like The Good Place. It's much better than The Bad Place. It is a nice series. Nothing outrageous going on, or it's not scary. It doesn't give you nightmares. None of that kind of stuff.
Not stressful either.
No, it's kind of just a fluff. And I can do with fluff these days.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Any books?
Not really right now. I'm trying to avoid books with like lots of murder, like the Lost Apothecary, which I started recently.
Oh, you're not reading it now?
Not right now. I'm gonna go back to it later. And then there was the Swan Thieves, which was like one of the main people has some serious mental health problems, and I don't want to deal with that right now. So that one is also set aside to be guarded by a llama. And then there is what's it called? The Book You Got Me.
Oh, I can't even think of the name of it.
Yeah. She got me a book about...
A self-help book.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting, but also kind of, I don't know, feels kind of full of itself. Like it thinks that it's the answer to everything.
Well, most of them do.
Yeah.
That's how they try to... I have the answer. The answer.
Yeah.
But they can't all have the answer, because it's not the same answer. But what did it say?
Something about a YouTube thing.
Oh, okay. So
have you been reading anything?
I am reading an interesting little book on my Kindle about, it's called The Echo, I think it's called Echo in Time. It's a trilogy. It's I don't know where I got it from. I don't know how I got it. I don't know how much I paid for it. So I probably didn't pay very much, because I usually don't buy expensive books. It's about what is she? She's a linguist who is studying ancient Egyptian and deciphering hieroglyphics. And so this is going to take her into Egypt, and I'm sure there's mummies and curses and all that kind of stuff going on, because she has dreams. She'll fall asleep and she'll have a dream about something and it'll happen. Or she'll have a dream about something that happened in the past and concerned her. And so she finds out stuff that she shouldn't know about her. And it's interesting, because she's not who she thinks she is, and now she's trying to, who she thought she was, now she's trying to find out who she is. And in a way it's stupid, in a way it's interesting. So I just keep going little by little. I have to pick it up again. I haven't read it for a couple days. So travel.
We went down to Richmond.
We did go down to Richmond very briefly. I mean, that was like a lightning run. Booked in. Dad was sick, and it was not a good trip. So we zoomed in, dropped off our tax information, and zoomed back, and I drove the whole way, and I was very tired the next day. But it just was not the best trip, but it could be it. Maybe the next one will be better. Hopefully, Dad has signed up to get his vaccination, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Aunt Nancy told me she's signed up, so I'm gonna have to look and see if I can sign up because she's younger than me, and if she can sign up, then I can sign up. But I really wasn't planning to do it till the summer, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, this has been our first episode of Chaos and Clutter.
Yeah.
We are hoping to do this about once a month and let everybody know what's going on in the clutter and chaos of Matthews, Southwest Virginia. All right, we will talk to y'all later. Have a good month. Bye-bye.
Bye.